Sorry, doctor, you're too judgmental. I'm judgmental. Me. You're judging me right now. You don't see the irony in saying that? Hey guys, just wanted to preface this video by saying this was in no way a planned video. It's just a spontaneous conversation between two people. But I thought it was a good way of getting the old noggin going, getting to think about why we believe what we believe. Be nice in the comments, and be nice in general. And subscribe. Creator. I create a lot of things. Oh god, the mustache. Like here? Oh hey, it kind of worked. There it is. No, it tastes better and it's smaller. Spleed? Splode? Welcome, friend. Hey, watch this. That's an entrance. Well, I'll consider it. Let's see what it's about.
Or is it something else?
What does reality mean? What does ality mean? It's not a thing. Just made it up. Reality. We're alizing once again. Could we like not get something that was above 60p?
Is it also a definition? Perhaps it is more along these lines. To be a deaf phonician means that one stops at what the words are defined as in the dictionary and doesn't look into the deeper etymology or the phonics of what the word is actually saying. It is my intent to give you, the listener, a key.
Listen, I love etymology. Way more than the next guy, actually. But this is not etymology. Making definition sound like definition. That is not etymology.
A key that has been
just
hidden
sounds
by
similar.
the secret societies of the world.
Get better photos,
such as
dude!
the Knights Templar.
You're making me blind!
Templar is actually Spanish for key.
Oh, it is? Cool.
An easy example of word splitting can be given by using the word language, where we would have lan, gu, and age. When we take lan in its Chinese and Vietnamese context, it's actually the feminine name for orchid.
Come on, that's not how words work, though. Not everything comes from Chinese. There's so many words with like one syllable in Chinese. You can make anything mean anything that way.
Gu is the god of war in the Dahomey mythology. So now we have. And
I'm just not behind this idea that you can just take something that sounds like something out of its context and then put it in a completely new context and then say this is where this came from. Like, you need proof of if that's where it came from.
General knowledge. In Romanian, Sunday is actually known as Duminica.
Sábado Domingo, right?
Monday is the moon. And in Romanian, this is known as luni. Therefore, we have
Lunes Martes?
Mars Day, and the Romanian language reflects this with the word marti. Thus, marti.
Okay, what's the point?
Take a look at this Hebrew word.
Etymology is a thing.
Perhaps like Neo again? Well, in Hebrew, this translates into English as pin, and the Vietnamese word pin means battery. Taking this further, the Vietnamese language also has the word now, but it translates as anchor, because once a ship is docked, the anchor needs to be set down, therefore giving us the connections of Neo the battery who was anchored in his matrix womb being used as docked ore, the energy of electric gold making. This Hebrew word can also be spelled out as such, which can be written out as sukkah, and is phonetically pronounced as sukkah. This Hebrew term...
I might use that, docked ore. That's a good one. I might watch this video just for the similar word, you know, the work that went into finding similar words. This video is kind of weird because Sunday, really, you can do better than that.
Rue temporary shelter, the booth of Neo's iPod.
iPod has the word pod in it.
Did you really think that it was just a movie? Again,
Yes.
It would actually take many lifetimes to go through all of these connections in every single word in every language, not to mention the languages that are extinct and unknown.
How does that work? Unknown languages? Listen, you may not have found something this time, but there was actually an unknown language that we don't know about that provides deeper context. We just don't know it. Too bad, it's gone. Everyone looks at the sun directly every day, right? It's not just me. But finding deeper meaning in that.
Once the human is birthed or birthed, they are also docked in by the docked hence docked What is It was an ancient Sumerian city that housed what was known as the ziggurat of also called Temen Nagiru.
Yes!
This word meant house whose foundation creates terror.
That's what I am. My house foundation creates terror. I really need my brain for this.
Interestingly enough, the patron deity of the city was the Akkadian moon god known as Sin, and it has been said over and over again to humanity that man is born in sin. Man bit the apple to then be continuously reborn in his and her Apple iPods, which becomes an unrepayable debt. What is the Merriam-Webster's number?
iPods came out in like 2007, right? Come on. So why is it a house of terror? Good question. I mean, stuff like this, a lot of times when you ask why, when you want to go a layer deeper, it's kind of stuck there. It's like, it comes from the Chinese, root suffix of blah, blah, blah. And that's what that means, and this is what this means. Boom. Okay. So, what does that mean? That's what that means. What's this movie? It actually looks kind of fun because it looks like a budget Ninja Turtles. And guys, this is funny to admit, and I've done it a million times, but when I was like in the first grade or something, I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle when I grew up. And my friend that was right beside me wanted to be a president for his country. And I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle. And yeah, I love Ninja Turtles. So sue me.
First, we are born and begin to be used as battery energy, as the French language agrees, since the French word borne means pin, terminal boundary, stone, as associated with the Vietnamese word pen, meaning battery, and the Hebrew word is shown for pin. The stone...
But that's not fair. That's not how words come about to be. In Vietnamese, battery means pin, and pin in French is born, and born in English means born. That's just... You're jumping through way too many hoops. Have you ever heard of the Occam's razor? Explaining a thing, no more assumptions should be made than necessary. Anyway, so an example would be one of the fence posts is broken. Of possible explanations, an albino moose, lost on its quest for its squirrel best friend, crashed through the fence in despair. B, an old nail rusted through. Which is more likely? Occam's razor would say don't even think about A. And in medicine, when we do differential diagnoses, there's the saying, if you hear hoofbeats, think horses, not zebras, because horses are way more widespread and common. So, like if someone comes in with a headache, you can't just jump right in with, oh my god, his head is gonna explode because there's a cancer there and the tumor is pressing down on his skull and blah 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 blah. You can't do that. Because that's not how it works. You have to go through the simplest explanation that you actually have some sort of proof of. And then you work from there if that's not the case, and if that's not the case. So, yes, maybe this is how that word came about. But what are the odds of this happening with every single word that we know? And it's the same with conspiracy theories. Yes, maybe that specific conspiracy theory is true. I don't know that. I can't know that. I wasn't there.
In other words, if you hear hoofbeats, you just go ahead and think horsies, not zebras. Okay, Mr. Silly Bear?
It's not supposed to make sense? You're supposed to symbolize things? No, come on. Dude, what do you mean it's not supposed to make sense? Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Fair? I think that's fair. I'm gonna need to see something that actually explains how and why, you know? I'm gonna need to find something that isn't explained by it's a coincidence. There are only so many sounds that I can make with my mouth. Yes, they're gonna feel similar. Sorry, doctor, you're too judgmental. I'm judgmental. Me. Bro, listen. Maybe I am. I don't know. Think of it like this. If I am closed-minded because I don't think what you said is probable, that's all I said. I'm not saying this is stupid and this is impossible and what the hell, this word can't come from this word and this word. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's possible, but is it probable? I'd rather go with what's more probable. Number one. Number two, if I am closed-minded for thinking that, what does that make you? If I'm closed-minded for thinking that that's not true, you're just brushing over everything I say and saying I'm too judgmental, I'm too close-minded, nothing has been revealed to you, and your brain hasn't developed enough yet. If you're saying that to me, which one of us is the closed-minded person? I feel like you're not seeing it from my side of things, and I'm seeing it from your side of things. Just because you found something looks like something else and it kind of symbolizes it doesn't mean it actually means that, you know? You don't know, like, you're just thinking. You don't know what you thought is actually the correct way of thinking. Maybe there's a different symbolism. Maybe the other symbolism is actually the truth, and you're completely oblivious to that. You don't know that. There's this kind of ego that just presumes that this is the correct one. But even with your way of thinking, there should be multiple other symbols or explanations that you just haven't found yet. Why do you assume that that one is correct? Languages are interdimensional. Maybe they are. I don't know. Too many preconceived notions? Well, you are using preconceived notions as well. Everyone has preconceived notions. Everyone has their own biases. You have yours. This is yours. You look at it from one lens. I look at it from another. You can't just fault someone for having preconceived notions, because we've been living for years, and I've been living for decades. Literally just 2 decades. But I've built this character and way of thinking. How am I just supposed to strip that away? I didn't go through all that for no reason, you know? I sound and look like Pewds? No way. Someone literally commented that on a YouTube video yesterday. But they said a twin of Pewds. But Pewds is 9 years older than me. I'm not that old. I'm just 21. I'm too judgmental. Dude, you're judging me right now. You don't see the irony in saying that? You think I'm a good person? Well, thanks, I guess. You're not here to make me agree with you? Well, that's good. I thought we were just talking. I just want us to see each other's perspectives, you know? We don't have to agree. That's fine. Agreement is never let's just do that. Is never required when you're talking. Then it just devolves into, hey, you're stupid, you do that. Hey, you're stupid, you do that. I hate that. I just hate that. I like thinking. I like thinking a lot. But, oh, you're here to make me think. That was like, yep, good. I love thinking. I love that you want to make me think. But the problem is, when I think, I don't come to the same conclusion as you, because I feel like the simpler explanation is more probable. Like, if one thing has to be true, and then the other thing has to be true, and then the other thing has to be true, then like mathematically, that falls down to like a 0.0001%. In the meanwhile, if just something spontaneously happening, it's like that's like a 70% chance of happening, you know? That math is way off, and that's not true at all. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? But do not reject possibilities. I never reject possibilities. I didn't reject possibilities. But giving possibilities more credit than they deserve, that's it's not dangerous, because who cares? But believing in every single conspiracy you see, at some point, some of them are going to be wrong, right? Like, that's discounting possibilities, actually. You're mistaken if you think I'm not open-minded. It's just that I don't believe it, because it's hard to happen. Sometimes it is fair. There's no way everything is what it seems, okay? That's fair. That's what I think. There's no way that the people that have extraordinary power in this world isn't using it to manipulate, I don't know, the masses or I don't know, something. They've got to be doing something, right? Or else they would be stupid. But just because they have the power to do that doesn't mean everything that they might be doing, they are doing. It's just possibilities. You can't say it just. You can't say the truth will be revealed. Just open your eyes and you'll see that Bill Gates is trying to mind control everyone. You can't just say that just because that might be the case. Nice YouTube channel. You subscribed? Oh, you were asking me what my YouTube channel is. Oh, you're not the... Oh, I thought you were talking to... I'm sorry. Yeah, Dr. Mo Productions is the YouTube, and it's in the link there. Sadly, I reset my computer, so chatbot isn't there, so we can't do !YouTube. But because I'm lazy to... There it is! See? Reference humor. Just having it there. Yeah, I was too lazy to set it up again. Anyway. Mind control comes with the chips from Neuralink. Yeah, but you don't have any proof of that. And the chips are amazing, fascinating technology that people will probably want. Elon Musk, anybody, is right, though. Like, if there's anyone that wants to control this, it's Elon Musk. How is everyone brushing over that and going to Bill Gates, you know? The sweet old man. I don't know. But, like, imagine if something can... Like, you can put something in you, and it can track your liver function, your liver functions, your thyroid functions, your blood sugar levels, everything. And it gives you real-time information, and when, like, let's say when you do a specific thing, it gives you feedback that this is bad, like really bad, don't ever do this again, you have no idea what you're doing to your body. Like, imagine the technology for diagnosis purposes, for everyday life purposes. Thanks for subscribing, by the way. Feels good, man. Prevention is better than cure. Absolutely! This is a way of prevention. If you just let people live their lives however they please. I keep using my arms and auto-focusing again. But then they don't know what they're doing to the body, because the body's going to compensate and compensate and compensate until it can't anymore. But if the chip is telling you, this is not good, stop that right now, then that's prevention. Prevention is way better than a cure. Definitely. We're test dummies and robots. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying when something comes out, just run over to the new technology and get it, because science has got it wrong so many times. But science is evolving. That's the point. When it gets it wrong, it retracts that. It finds better information, puts that in place. That's the good thing about science. It's not stagnant. If it's stagnant, it's not updating itself. And we know it's not perfect. So what's happening here, you know? We're not trying to make something that's not perfect better. Why not? Put a chip inside your brain between the neurons so they measure the action potential, so either boost or downregulate your brain. And when the nanobots come in, you will have lost your free will. It will be too late. Listen. Again, maybe that'll happen. Chips to me are like an Apple Watch, all right? You already let it take so much of your information. What's the difference between putting it here? You don't know how chips work. I don't know how chips work. We're not that smart, all right? We don't know how you can put it between your neurons, and the nanobots will come in and it'll control your brain by decreasing action potentials, and we don't know that. We don't know that. We're just guessing. And maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. But you can't deny that this is an insane piece of technology, that if it becomes widespread and cheap, then it'll do a lot of good, just like the internet has. And yeah, maybe it took away some of our privacy, but we're willing to give away that privacy because it's so good. I'm being controlled by the government in most ways. I guess I am. Not really, though. I'm being restricted a lot. Well, me personally, I don't feel like doing anything that's against the law. Like, I don't feel like killing anyone, you know? So, the government's not really restricting me. Technically, it is, but practically not at all. Already critiquing on this, like professor from universities. Actually, you do study neuroscience? Okay. By you study neuroscience, do you mean from like actual, like that's your field? That's what you do? That's your day job? Or do you mean you just study it in your own capacity? Democracy wins. Letting your own will and power to be executed by someone else? What? No, dude. Letting my own will and power? Come on, dude. You studying neuroscience tells you that absolute mind control, turning me into a robot, is completely easy and possible. Let's watch this video. There's this video that I really liked. Good luck, doctor. What, you left? Come on, dude. Now who's close-minded? Dude, there is so much we don't know about the brain. There is so much we don't know about the brain. Like, when we were studying neurology, we're reading the textbook, and so much of it doesn't say this is how it is. It says it is thought to be This is the mechanism that is said to be. This is what we think happens. This might be what happens. It's such a complex piece of, I don't know, tissue. They mapped us out and they can make us do exactly what we want with a small chip. I don't think we're there yet. Here it is. This is also a pretty eye-opening video to technology.
Today, doctors have limited windows into what goes on inside our bodies. You know this. They can talk to us. They can take scans. They can sample body fluids. They can even take a look at our genetic profile.
And there is so much guessing going on when we're diagnosing. We're just giving the most probable diagnosis, and we can be wrong, and it's completely normal because we have to be wrong because we don't have any other choice. That's the most probable. I can't think that it's something that has a 10% chance of happening. I can't go, this is what's happening, like Dr. House does. This this completely rare parasite that's from this place in Africa, that's what's happening right now. No, I have like 90% of cases, this is what's going to be happening. So I have to assume that you're from the 90%, you know? Oh, they mapped the rainworm neurosystem on a PC? Okay. But that's great, dude. Why is that a bad thing? You're saying it like it's a bad thing. That's so cool. Oh, roundworm. Okay.
And they're often better for diagnosing an illness than detecting it early. But one day soon, we'll put tiny implants the size of a grain of rice inside our bodies, next to organs, alongside nerves, inside blood vessels, maybe someday even in our brain. And every morning, these little implants will chirp out information about how your kidneys are doing, or your liver, or the nerves that sense inflammation, or control digestion. So look for tiny clues that something might be going wrong, so that long before your conscious mind is aware that something is wrong, the data would show a trend.
Is that not so? It's such a good piece of technology. We can't just write it off just because it's called a chip. I mean, stuff we don't know about is scary. Fair, it is. And there are risks. I get that, but I can't just discount the possibilities here.
Colleagues and I have been working on this problem.
This will help millions of lives. He's gonna talk about how he figured out how to do it with ultrasound waves. Just you know, making it resonate and then give back information.
Bits, just as if I were tapping.
So it doesn't need a battery or anything.
So send, say, 10 pulses of ultrasound into the body, and 10 pulses are going to reflect back from the implant. One area of medicine where these types of implants could save lives is in organ transplants. Organ transplants are one of the miracles of modern medicine. And you know, one of the things we worry about when we transplant a precious donor organ into a recipient is whether or not it will thrive. And today it's very, very difficult to predict whether a transplant is going to fail or why it is failing until it's too late. But if we could put these sensors into the organ just prior to transplant, we could then monitor it hour by hour maybe over those crucial first few weeks, allowing clinicians to adjust therapies before organ failure ever happened.
You can't just say chips are bad, because maybe mind control is possible. Look at that. Literally saving lives is possible. You like how he said about 30 minutes ago he was going to end the stream? Yes. Why'd you have to come so late? It's fine though. It's not that I was gonna go to sleep. I woke up early, and it's just I have nothing to do. So
how might this affect healthcare beyond organ transplants? Think about your liver. Okay, so as your liver goes about its business, detoxifying your bloodstream and synthesizing critical proteins, dozens of variables are changing. What proteins are being made, how much oxygen your liver is consuming, maybe there are even minute temperature fluctuations. If your liver were to slowly begin to fail, these variables would slowly begin to change, but you might not have any symptoms for a long time. Eventually, you'd get, you feel fatigue, or you get swelling in your legs, or more likely, a routine blood test might show that something is going wrong. But by then, your liver might be quite damaged.
Yup. You get the point.
Drug timing or drug dosing to better manage your therapy.
Yes, personalized medicine. Dude, personalized medicine is going to be so big, and it's already starting to be big. There are drugs where like a specific gene makes it work better, or makes the drug not work at all. It happens.
Data profile builds up. You start to see patterns. You learn how your everyday habits are affecting your liver, and you're empowered to make wiser decisions. At the same time, your clinician has data that they can use to adjust drug timing or drug dosing to better manage your therapy. All of this would work together to provide powerful management for a very difficult disease.
Yummy. Scientists put a worm brain in a Lego robot body and it worked. What? That's insane. We're already being controlled, by the way. Like, not everything you do is a completely, or think is a completely original thought. Addiction. is one thing, or let's say your gut flora, if it has too many of one certain organism, then you eat what it wants to eat. Like the candida wants to eat sugar, and it prefers sugar. And the more you eat sugar, the more you want to eat sugar. Coincidence? No. It's basically controlling you. You have the urge to eat sugar, and when you stop eating sugar, in a couple days or weeks, you don't want sugar anymore because you're not being controlled toward it. Like, you're not completely free as is anyway. Does that mean, hey, let's just give out our control? Give our body to the government, let them do whatever we want? No, but it's in our everyday lives is what I'm saying. Which basically means nothing towards what I'm trying to say, but yeah. Wow, we went way more deep in this stream than I ever intended to. I just wanted to laugh at a person that was calling masks murder. You're literally killing people by making them wear masks. No, you're not. No, you're not. When I say a family to feed, who was that basketball player? Latrell Sprewell. There we go. He turned down a 3-year, $21 million contract because he said he has a family to feed. Obviously, that's not why he did it, because it's because he thought he was worth more. Fair enough. Bet on yourself. But after he didn't do that, he was out of the league in like a couple months, I think. And he never played another game, apparently. Oh god, I'm getting chess ads now because I went to chess.com a couple times. But yeah, $21 million, it's not enough to feed his family. I don't know what his family was eating, but you don't think his family's that big? Oh, that's actually a good way to think about it. I thought he had a regular sized family, but they just ate very expensively and ate a lot. He could just have a huge family and he could consider a lot of people family. That actually makes a lot of sense. Like, he has a lot of friends that are kind of poor, but he doesn't want to like kickstart a career or anything. He just wants to like not teach him how to fish, just give him a bunch of fish. So he just gives him a couple $1 million every year. Maybe that's just what it was. Hey, it's me again. What's that? I'm your favorite doctor in the world? Don't say that. I'm flattered. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. Well, if that's the case, maybe come on. Come on over to Twitch. We can chat. We can play games. We can make fun of a couple people. I mean, I could hardly say no to that. Okay. Listen. Don't tell anyone I said this, but some people say it's the greatest Twitch channel ever created. Get in on the ground floor.